Judah, my son, go ahead into Egypt and find Joseph. Tell him to meet us in Goshen. I am old, and now that I have finally seen you and know that you are well, I feel that my life is finally fulfilled, and I would accept death whenever God is willing to bring it upon me. I must go to the Pharaoh and tell him that you have arrived. Tell my brothers that I shall say to him that you are shepherds, and that you have brought your own livestock here to farm. If the Pharaoh or his officers ask for your profession, make sure that you say you are shepherds, as the Egyptians will not associate themselves with shepherds, and thus will not obstruct you in settling here in Goshen. My father and my brothers have arrived at Goshen. They have taken all that they need to survive with them. What are your professions? We are, as our ancestors before us were, shepherds, and we wish to settle at Goshen, for this great famine has struck so hard that the fields and pastures in Canaan are no longer able to sustain a flock of any kind. Joseph, I will grant your family what they wish. They may stay at Goshen, and they may have the best region of that land that is available. If any of you would be willing also, I would ask that you take care for my livestock as well. Now, I wish to see your father, Jacob. Pharaoh of Egypt, you have been generous to us by giving us the best land in Goshen to settle in, so I shall bless you with a long life and many descendants. How old are you? I am now 130 years old, and as such I am nearing the end of my life, for I will not be granted the many years that my ancestors were when they lived. This famine has been terrible, and it seems to be getting worse. I see that you have more corn yet stored away, but no one has any money left to pay for it. It is all spent. Please, give us some corn, so that we may yet survive this, as well as some seeds, so that we may yet grow our own food, now that we have nothing left to give in place of money. I cannot give you the corn for free, it is not legal. But if you bring me some of your livestock, I would exchange it for that. Our money is gone, and now we have given you all our livestock as well. There is now nothing we have left but our bodies and our land. You cannot simply stand there and allow us to die. Please, find a way to solve this. I would allow you to buy my land and even myself if that is what must happen. We shall be enslaved to the Pharaoh, and he shall claim our fields in exchange for some corn to keep us alive. Pharaoh, this famine has become so severe that the people of Egypt have resorted to selling themselves into slavery in exchange for food. In addition, they have sold all their land to you. The only land left in Egypt that does not belong to you is that which is owned by the priests, for you have allowed them to live there still. In exchange for your great sacrifice, I have given you what you have asked for. You have received your corn to feed you for now, and the seeds which you shall plant to provide you with a continual supply of food in the future. However, as you will be farming on what is now the Pharaoh's land, you must give 1/5 of all your crops to him. You have been so generous. You have saved all of our lives. We will now gladly conform to what you have asked of us, and become the slaves of the Pharaoh. Joseph, my son, come to me. I am growing old, and my life must inevitably come to an end soon. Place your hand between my thighs, so that your promise to me must be fulfilled. And vow that you shall not have me buried in Egypt. Bring my body instead to Canaan, and have me buried where my fathers were buried. I promise to do as you request when the time comes. Joseph, I have been told to inform you that your father Jacob has fallen ill, and it is likely that he will not survive. When I was travelling through Luz, the Lord God did appear to me and blessed me with so many descendants that they would easily fill the land of Canaan, which he gave to our people. You are not my firstborn, but I value you as such, and thus your 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, are mine as much as Reuben and Simeon are. If you have any more sons, then I will not view them as I view those 2, for it is only to those 2 that I shall give my inheritance. The reason I have decided to do this is because of your mother, Rachel, who died near Bethlehem while we were returning from Mesopotamia. Who are these boys with you? These are my sons, whom you talk about, Manasseh and Ephraim. My eyesight is failing due to my old age. Please come closer, so that I may bless you. May the God of my fathers bless these 2 boys. May the Lord bless them. May the angels bless them. May my name live on through them, and may they have many descendants. Wait, father, your right hand is on the head of Ephraim, but he was the second born. It should be on the head of Manasseh. It was no accident. I know that both of your sons shall be great, but Ephraim's sons shall be greater than those of Manasseh, so I have blessed him as the firstborn, regardless of the fact that he is not. From now on, all blessings must start by saying the words, "May God make you like Ephraim and Manasseh," with Ephraim's name coming first. Now, Joseph, my favourite son, I must tell you that the God who has served me so well shall do the same for you in your life. I know not when, but eventually you or your descendants shall pass out of the land of Egypt and back into Canaan, the land which the Lord did promise to give to us. So I shall give you, and not your brothers, the land of Shechem, which my sons Simeon and Levi took through the force of their swords.